Smith Winston, we have a few questions for you regarding your time at the Ministry of Love. Should you have any questions, feel free to ask. This is a safe environment, Mr. Smith. We will not hurt you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Excellent. Let us proceed. Shall we begin with your time at the ministry? O'Brien, the man you had believed to be associated with the Brotherhood, at what point did you realize that he was not who you had thought?
It wasn't until a long time into my rehabilitation that I'd given up the secret hope that maybe he was just playing a role the whole time, that he was still with me. From that point of eye contact we shared at the office years ago, I always thought that we had some sort of secret understanding. I guess that just wasn't the case.
Indeed. And what of the events that you entailed in that time? What would you care to explain the treatment you received?
At first, it kind of seemed like everything was happening at once, constantly getting worse, beating after beating, the starvation. It was fast. They started to break me, and they knew it. I didn't recognize who I was anymore.
You were a victim of the infamous Room 101. What waited behind those doors?
The party finds what you're most afraid of, and then they use it against you. For some people, it might be the dark. For other people, it might be your loved ones, losing them. And for me, it's those damn rats, those hell spawns. They get to you.
And despite all the torture, the rats, they still failed to make you like the others. How?
I once believed that there was one thing that the party could never get, they could never penetrate. Inner heart. I guess that always has had less to do with her and more to do with me, my mind.
You said her. I assume that you're referring to Julia? The other half of your secret affair? You're speaking of when you had betrayed each other.
That's right. We always thought that there was something they couldn't take was how we felt about each other. I didn't think twice when I gave her up. I would do it again if I had to. I never loved her. I loved the corruption. I loved the idea of it all.
We just have one more question for you, Winston. If you could send a message to the party, what would it say?
I would tell them that they can't break me. That there's one thing they can't take, and that's my mind. They can do or say whatever the hell they want to me, but there's one thing they can't take, and it wouldn't matter anyway.
Why is that?
Because 2 + 2 is always 4.
I think we've heard everything we need. Thank you, Winston. There's one more thing.
What's that?
Welcome to the Brotherhood.